Hello students, in this video we are going to study the types of system call. So in last video we have studied the definition of system call with an example. So before explaining the types of system call, so we need to revise what do you mean by system call here. So what do you mean by system call? So system call is a programming interface to the services provided by the operating system. So now in this video we'll study the types of system call. So there are 5 types of system call. One is process control, second is file management, or you can say file manipulation, and third type is device management, or even you may call it as a device manipulation, and fourth is information maintenance, and the last one, that is fifth, is communication. So we'll see one by one. So in that first type of system call is here process control. Okay, so as the name itself indicates, process control. So process control means the system calls that are used for controlling the processes. So we know that there are various processes present in our system, and all these processes needs to be controlled. Okay, so our system consists of number of or various processes. We need to control them. Okay, so now for an example, when a process is going to be run or process has to run. Okay, so while during execution, it has, after execution it has to terminate its execution. Okay, so when it is going to terminate its process execution, okay, when is after successfully completing the execution, and one is when the error is going to occur. Okay, so there are two situations are going to be arrived during the process execution. Okay, so when the process is going to terminate its execution, one is by normal way and one is by abnormal way. So normal way is nothing but what here? So without any interruption or without any error occurrence, it is going to complete its execution. So in that case, we are going to terminate our process. And second, I told, that is abnormal way. Okay, so in between the process execution, if any error occurs, it is going to terminate in middle. So that is nothing but an abnormal. Okay, so now, so the system calls that are used for controlling the processes for under this category of process control are here. As you can see, these are the some examples of system calls, so that I have used by the bullets in the slide. Okay, so the system calls that are used for controlling the processes under this category of process control are, here are some of the examples of system calls as you can see on your screen. Okay, so in that first one I have written here as a end comma abort. So end is a different system call and abort is a different system call. Okay, so end means what? The process is going to be terminates in a normal way. Okay, when it is going to complete its execution, the process is going to terminate its execution in a normal way. So in that case, we are going to use the end system call. So abort means what here? So abort is nothing but one of the system call used under the process control. So as I told now, halt. So halt is nothing but in middle it is going to stop its execution, that is termination, that is abnormal I told. So halt that process when it encounters an error, means during the execution of a process if any error occurs, so in middle only it is going to stop its execution. So in that case we have to use the abort system call. Okay, so in second bullet I have used the, so there is one more example of a system call, that is load comma execute. So load is what here? So load is a system call used to load our process for the execution, and execute is again one of the system call used to execute the process. So similarly, there is a third example of a system call create process and terminate process. To create the process, we need to use the create process, and to terminate the process we need to use the system call called terminate process. And similarly, get process attributes and the set process attributes. So these system calls are used for getting and setting the attributes of process id. Sorry, for getting and setting the attributes of processes. So next is wait for time. Okay, so wait for time is what now? So this is again one of the system call. So when we are going to use this wait for time, so we already know that the multiple processes are going to be executed. So in that there is only one single process is there in a system. Okay, so only that single system in sorry only that single processor is going to execute the number of processes. So simultaneously we have to give the certain resources to the one process and to the next process. So for that purpose we have to wait for the certain resources. So that is nothing but the what wait for time. And similarly wait event and signal event. So this you are going to study in the mutual execution. So in that we will see this wait event and signal event. So what do you mean by allocate and free memory? So we know that a process needs certain memory to execute. Okay, so we have to allocate certain space in our memory devices. Okay, so whenever the process starts execution, it has to, so for that we have to allocate the certain memory space. So that is, for that we have to use the allocate system call. And similarly free memory. So when we are going to use this free memory system call, so whenever the process finishes its execution, so it has to release its memory. So for that we have to use the free memory. So these are the examples of system calls that are used in the process control. So next one is the file manipulation. So this is the second type of system call, that is file manipulation, or even you can say file management. So these are the system calls that are used to manage the files. So again there are the examples of what? Examples of system calls of file manipulation. So again in that the first example is creating and deleting the file. So whenever we are creating the file, we need to use the create file system call, and whenever we are removing the file, we have to use the delete file system call. And similarly to open and to close the files, we have to use the open and close system call. Similarly to read the data of a file, we need to use the read system call. And similarly write. So write is nothing but we are copying the certain contents of one file to another. So already this has been explained in the last video. So read and write are the again two system calls used in the file manipulation. And similarly get file attributes and the set file attributes. So again here to get and set the file attributes, we need to use the system call get file attributes and the set file attributes. So in the last previous video I took an example of what? To copy the contents of source file to the destination file. So for source file we have called it as a input file, and for destination file we have named it as a output file. Okay, so there what we did is we were searching for an input file that should already exist in our system, and we need to read the content of that input file, and we need to copy into our destination file, that is nothing but our output file. Okay, so copying is nothing but the writing the we are writing the contents of source file to the what? Output file. So after reading, so read is not, so for reading purpose we have to use the read system call, and for copying purpose we have to use the write system call. Okay, so after reading and writing we need to close that file, right? So for that closing we need to use the close system call. Okay, So this is how we are going to use the system calls under this file manipulation. So the third one is device manipulation. So device manipulation are the group of system calls that are used for managing the devices. So these system calls are used for the purpose, for what purpose we are going to use this device manipulation system calls? Just for managing or for manipulating the devices. Okay, so as you can see on screen, so again there are certain examples of device manipulation system calls. So in that, first one is the request device and release device. So when you are going to request for a device and when you are going to release for the device here. Okay, a process may require access of device. Okay, so that time it is going to request for a device. Okay, so in certain processes, in certain process execution, there is a need of what there is a need of there is a necessary to use the device. So in that time process, what it does, it is going to request for a device. So that is nothing but, so how we are going to, so for that we have to use the request device system call. And after completing its execution, so what it has to do, it has to leave that device. That is nothing but we are going to release that device. So for that we have to use the system called release device. Okay, so similarly read write is there, and next is get device attributes and the set device attributes. So to get and set the device attributes, again we need to use these system calls. So final last one is the logically attach or the detach devices. So logically attach is different thing, and the physically attachment, or you can say the physically connection. Okay, so logically attach is different from the physically attach. So for example, our pen drive, we are going to connect to a system in the particular port. Okay, so logic, that is nothing but what the physical attach, you can say. So what do you mean by logically attach here? Okay, we need to understand here what is logically attached. So physically attached is what? For example, I told, whenever we are connecting the pen drive to our system in the specific port, so that is nothing but the physical connection. Okay, so now what is logically attached here? So the operating system should understand that the device is already attached or is connected, and that device is ready for use. Okay, so after connecting that pen drive, the operating system is going to recognize that the pen drive or the extra, you can say, removable device has been connected and it is ready for the use. Okay, so similarly, what do you mean by detaching the devices here? So detaching the devices is nothing but we are going to remove the for example, once again we are removing the pen drives after the use now. Okay, so again here logically detach means what? So logically detach is nothing but, for example, still the pen drive is connected, and at the you can say right corner, if you click on there, it will ask for the what you can say, we are ejecting the removable device. So if you click on that eject, we are ejecting our pen drive. Still physically the pen drive has been connected, but we are removing it logically. Okay, so we cannot use the pen drive now if you are click on the eject. Okay, physically still it has been connected to a system, but if you click on the option called eject or remove the pen drive, so logically or you cannot use that, or you cannot copy the contents of pen drive to system or vice versa. So this is what your logically attach and detach devices. For that we need to use the this type of system call. Okay, so next is the fourth one, that is information maintenance. So already we know that information is nothing but the, we can say, the data. So all the information that we have about our system, okay, so in the information that we are having about our system must be maintained. Okay, so whatever the information of our system is there, no, that we have to maintain, and it should be updated properly. So here the examples of system calls are under the information maintenance: get time or date, or set time or date. Okay, so getting the time and setting the time, and similarly get system data, set system data, get process file, device attributes, setting the process file or device attributes. Okay, so whenever the system or whenever the process is going to be executed, uh, there is a particular time and even the date is there. So for that we need to use the get time or get date, or even we may set the time and even the date. So these are the certain examples of the information maintenance. So next one, that is last one, that is communication. So the communication system calls which are used for the communication between the different processes or between the different devices. So communication is nothing but the exchanging the information. So where we are going to exchanging the information in between the different processes or in between the different devices. Okay. So now, so the process needs to communicate with each other. So process needs to communicate with each other. So when a process is executing, it may need to access the another process. Okay, so they need to communicate with each other. Oh, so what I told is, so whenever the process is going to communicate with each other, so for example, when a process is executing, so in middle only it wants to access the another process. So for that we need here the communication. Okay, so communication system calls are necessary here. So when one process is executing, so in middle only it needs to access the certain different processes. So to access the different processes status, you can say, we need here the communication. Clear? So that is, I told here, they may need to know about each other, that is status. So in that way they need to communicate here. Okay, so here again the some examples of system calls are there: creating the communication connection, that is when the process is accessing the, or when the process wants to communicate with the certain different process. So for that purpose, in that condition I need to use here the create system call. And similarly, after exchanging the information in between them, we need to release the communication, you can say deleting the communication. So similarly, send and receiving the messages. So receiving the messages, so message is nothing but the data, that is nothing but the information. So whenever the two processes or whenever the two devices are communicating with each other, means we are what we are interchanging the certain message, that is nothing. So to send the some information, we need send system call, and similarly to get the information of some device or of some processes, we need here the receive system call. So similarly, the third example of communication is transfer status information. So what is this transfer status information? Means they may needs to interchange the current status of process. So whenever the processes are executing, in when the processes are executing, okay, when the processes are executing, they may interchange the current status of a process. Okay, for example, yes, I'm still executing the current process. Okay, for example, like I need the access of some extra particular resources. Okay, so in that way they are going to exchange the status. So similarly again attach and detaching the remote devices. So there may be remote devices connected to the system. So for connection we need to use the attach remote devices, and similarly to remove those remote devices we need to use here the detach remote devices. So these are the types of system calls. I hope you got it. Thank you.